Hello YouTube and welcome back. So we'll try again. Got an email off the paint company. Said it was my fault because I'd not put that I wanted Bianca White. However, once I'd showed them the evidence that I did actually ask for Bianca White, they soon changed their mind. So we have now got the correct tinted paint. So we're going to get on with that. I need to tack rag this back down again because obviously dust and stuff like that. And let's get this in paint. Now then, when I said my day couldn't get any worse, yeah, it did. So let me show you. Painted them black and they are still tacky. 4 days, well, nearly 5 days now after being sprayed, they have still not dried correctly. I've watched on YouTube, it says spray water on them. Well, I've tried that. It has made it a little bit better, but they are still tacky. I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. I may have to just strip them all the way back down again and then just buy some 2-pack gloss paint. But anyway, that's another headache I don't really need. So let's get this into paint. Might time lapse it so you got something to watch, and we'll see where we go from there. So that's the first coat on there. Obviously, got my mask on, so if I sound a bit funny, apologies. So it will need another coat on there. I have managed to get a run there. Just bring you around the side. I said the floor's not overly important, but at least it's all one colour. On the pillars, boot floor. See the wheel arch tubs have been done. Yeah. Doesn't look that bad. So I now need to let that flash off and then go again with it. A few bits here and there that have gone a bit funny. Just hoping, and I just grab myself outside, zoom you in. I'm just hoping that it's not a reaction from the polyurethane paint. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'll let that flash off, go and get a cup of tea, so I'm not tempted to touch it, and give it another coat. Well, I am definitely happy with that. Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of dirt in there. It's come out really well. Like I say, I've got that one run, which is there. You can't really see it, on the side of the scuttle. It's done. And I didn't give the floor a second coat. I just didn't have enough paint. But I did redo the boot floor and the pillars. I mean, they come out really well. Let's get you around this side. I've not found any runs yet, which is a bonus. So that seams come out okay. With the seam sealer, but I redid it. But yeah. Not sure how well it looks on the camera, but from here it looks alright. I'm happy with that. So, moving forward, we're going to have to make a start on the outside very soon. Epic fail on this black paint. It's not drying, so yeah, I've started getting them all back to metal again with Scotch pad thinners. I've got my wire wheel, so yeah, all this has got to come off because I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this, but it's still tacky. 5 days that. Bit disappointed, to say the least. What I'll do is I'm just going to order some 2-pack black, redo them. Quick question for you: do I do them high gloss or do I do them satin? I don't know. I'm torn between the two. All dried off. Still looks brilliant. Very happy with the results on that. Anyway, what didn't dry was the black paint. Whatever it did to it, heated it up, put water on it, it didn't stop the stickiness. So I've given up. So the long, boring task of taking the paint back off them. A lot of it came off with thinners. Not finished on the axle yet. Still got some to get off there. However, I have made a start on the steering rack. So steering arms are all clean back, painted aluminium. I've also done the same to the rack and the 19mm torsion bars. I've had a paint of what looks like the correct colour. I've had it's red oxide primer, which is extremely close to the original colour. But they've come out alright. They should look good when it's all built up. So, next, gear linkage rods. Let's have a look at this. Right, these gear linkage rods. So, let's just have a... This is the original Rallye one that was on my car. It is a bit stiff. That's why I went for a new one. The bushes on these, so this is a series 1. You can tell by the cranked and the extra strength there. Now these bushes just press in. Now this was an absolute pig to get out, and I have beat it up a bit. However, I'm not sure if you can see on this on the inside, but they wear. You can see the darker, so you can see the brass and then the darker patch. So that's where it's breaking through. So this is the one off the Series 2, which hasn't got as much wear. It is still gone. There's a little tiny bit that you can see in there, whereas you can see it's just starting to wear through. So on the original Rallye one, it's it's a fit. There's no real play in it. That's the original Rallye linkage, which again, it's not a bad fit in there. So I thought, yeah, we'll buy a new one. So I didn't buy one of the cheapest options you can buy on eBay. I bought the one that has got the pressing there for the strength. Obviously it's got the pressing in the back. Some of them I've seen are flat and they're just a flat piece of bar. So I bought this one. So that's the Series 2 bush. I don't know if you can hear that, but there is movement in it. So it's going to be sloppy. I looked, this one's pretty shot. This was off a Roland Garros shell that I had. This has got quite a bit of wear in the pin. So what I did, so this is a piece of rubber which basically was just encapsulated around there, and then obviously it's squared off on the corners, so it'll slide in and out of the linkage, the bush. So I thought, do I have a brass or nylon bush made that will slide in there, can have a hole drilled in it, have this tapped so that I can get something to screw into it, so that I can make it to a nice nylon ball, and then have these made out of some brass or bronze rod and have them machined up so that a nice press fit. So obviously when these go in to these, it is a press fit. It is really tight. So that's my idea. Somebody mentioned in the last video you can get these bushes. I've hunted high and low. I cannot find them. You can get the bush for the opposite end where the gear linkage goes into it. Obviously they have plastic bushes in them. I have got one of those around here somewhere, don't know where. So yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you think on that? Shall I just try and free that? There's no sideways movement in that one. That is quite a good one, other than the fact that I freed this off with some heat because it was really tight. Obviously the new one, it moves freely. You can see that they have like a nylon bush in there. It's just that piece there that is not very good, whereas obviously that one is a lot better. Anyway, I'm gonna have to look at that and see where I'm going with that. Let me know what you think. Should I go nylon bush, nylon ball, and have it fixed to the end, grind the rubber one off and do that? Or do you think that'll transmit too much noise into the interior from the engine and the drivetrain, etc.? So let me know in the comments what you think, if you could please. If you know a bit about engineering, bushes, transfer of noise, anything like that. At the end of this video, we've got some good progress this time. I'm a lot happier now. I've managed to get this into paint in the engine bay. Been bit of a setback with the suspension, with the paint not drying, but I have ordered some 2K direct gloss black paint for the suspension part, so hopefully I can get them done, and we can get this back onto its wheels, makes it easy to move around. I'm off work now for a few days, booked some holidays, so we're doing the DIY and trying to sneak in here for a couple of hours. The paint turns up quick enough to be able to get them all painted and get it all on. So yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments and your support. If you can give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, we're making progress, which is what it's all about. So thank you again for watching. Take care, and I will update you all again as soon as I can.